your
Yes, we are.
meta type?
Hello. I'm gonna go for an orc, I think.
Oh man.
It'll be team goblinoid.
Or I can take.
No, it's alright, I don't mind.
Are elves clever? Is that sort of part of their thing? Or is it more
they're
more
charismatic, I see.
Yeah.
Charismatic.
They're basically
charismatic
sexy. That's
Yeah.
their
I'm
power.
going for an orc.
I'm going for an elf.
Oh, damn.
I think the smartest things are actually dwarves.
Yes, dwarves, that's right.
So
Well,
I
they've got a
can
bit more
now.
They
willpower
have a bit
than
more
anyone
will.
else.
I can now give. Oh, I have 280 BP remaining.
Yeah. So yeah, you spent 20 points on being an orc because orcs are slightly more awesome than basically.
My
Jeez.
alias. Oh shit.
Well, that's just your Well, that's the name you go by. That's not too fun. Right. So seeing as everyone else clicked orc, I'll just click orc. So I'm on the same page as you. Apart from.
I've changed to
Gonna be
troll
like-
now.
Oh, you go for troll.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, basically the big choice you need to make a calculation, apart from your race, is whether or not you can use magic,
Right.
or if you're not using magic, you could also possibly be a technomancer. Basically, the special difference between you can be like a hacker or like a big robot control-y guy without being a technomancer. The benefit technomancers have is that basically they connect with their mind rather than anything else. They don't have to have anything in between them to connect to the Matrix or VR or AR. Whereas obviously hackers do. Hackers have a slight advantage that basically one, they don't get massive headaches when they're not connected to the internet, which is good. And basically, when someone attacks your virtual self as a hacker, that doesn't kill you. As a technomancer, that makes you brain dead.
Oh god.
Like if someone forcibly ejects you from their network, that actually physically hurts you as a technomancer. Whereas as a hacker, you're just oh, fine, I'll try and find another way in. So that's the two.
Are there any stats that you particularly need for those sort of things? I'm guessing willpower would be good for magic, for example.
Well, as basically, you see there's a magic stat that's grayed out.
Oh.
Because you haven't chosen to be a wizard
Okay,
yet.
so you'd increase that magic if
you basically
hit that ability.
And it's either, I think, willpower or logic is the important stat.
Fly?
For hacking.
Stuff in the other info about flying.
Oh, what, in skills?
Well, just in the other info section it says fly.
It means you're a fly. Boom.
Hold on. I guess if you gain the ability to fly, that tells you how fast you are at flying.
Can I get cyborg wings right from the start, or do you think they're special enough that you need to wait
They'll
for them?
be special.
Oh, this name generator sucks. Mr. Johnson. That's just rubbish.
What's that?
I'm trying to get a name generator, but it's rubbish.
Mr. Johnson's like the name of... That's like the name you use.
It's a bad name for a troll, come on.
That's a
Okay, clicked it again. Grinder Johnson. Maybe that's a bit better.
Also,
Seems to be obsessed with Johnson.
level of magic, you can either basically be, if you're going to be a magic user, you can either be a spellcaster, who does spells, or you can be an adept, who's basically like a shaman monk style thing. So you have total control over your body, mystically, and you have magic hands to punch people with and stuff. So does anybody want to be either of those things?
Jesus. What's that? I'd quite like to be a hacker. That's right,
hacker
a
or
troll
technomancer?
hacker. No, a proper hacker.
A proper hacker. Okay.
None of these bloody...
Right. Does anybody have any of that decision that you have to make right now?
I
Cool.
don't think so.
Do you want to be a spellcaster or technomancer?
I don't know.
Or an
yet.
adept.
Um,
Okay, if you don't particularly know, you can skip it, but you might have to take some points out of something else later to put some points into that.
Okay.
Alright. So first things first, you want to spend some points on your stats. So that's on the common at the very front.
yeah, I did that.
Maximum you can spend is half, so 150. I would recommend spending about 100 for now.
Right.
To leave you with around 200 to do some other stuff, and you can always come back. So for a hacker, important skills for a hacker.
Logic is the primary.
Logic would be pretty good. Hold on, I just get some sample characters because they are all there.
Oh god, these stats are eating up me.
Yeah, intuition and logic are pretty good.
Right.
But a lot of your stuff is probably going to go on skills and money instead.
Mm-hmm.
For buying, like, high-tech gear and things.
Where is the page on attributes?
The common one.
Very first one. So
I meant I'm looking through this manual, just so I can...
It is...
Oh. Is it in the creating Shadowrun a bit?
So I'm just looking, because... if you go to page, if you want to see basically a rundown of the attributes, page 67. Right, so if he's decided he wants to be a hacker, that's nice and easy. Everyone else, so you want to be a talky, chatty type then, I guess, Jim.
A speaky.
Yeah. Talky, chatty...
What's that guy called? A face or something?
The face, yeah. So you do the negotiations and organisations.
You're a front man.
Why can't I add a martial art?
Because that's basically like an expansion book.
So we won't be needing
I don't
that
have
bit.
access to.
Cool. That's good. That's something less to worry about.
Basically, that's more complicated things.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically other options for... I mean, obviously you could do lots of different types of characters, but in general, something like either like a weapon specialist, close combat, sneaky, like breaking into type places, demolitions, that sort of stuff, always useful. Even like if you could focus on like having like an army of small robots, that sort of thing.
I'd like a grappling hook hand.
God.
You just immediately gone to the gear.
No, I just thought that's a nice thing to have for an agile cyborg.
It would be quite useful. And yes, you can.
Speaking as a very charismatic man, I have a grappling hook hand.
Well, I was thinking half suave agent, half cyber ninja.
So, very
I just added a power called Killing Hands.
Have you...
What the fuck
Are
is
you
that?
an adept?
I'm an adept, yes.
Oh, right, there we go. Cool, awesome. So if you want to look at all the adept... Because here, sadly, you can't look at what something does, you can just buy it. Killing Hands is pretty useful, and it lets you use your hands to kill.
Yeah.
Basically, normally, hands don't do lethal damage. Your hands do. It is very handy.
I know. I'm going for the rogue
Have you
ninja
found it?
type guy-ish thing.
With some magic.
So
This
edge thing is edge is kind of like luck.
Edge is kind of basically you can burn it or spend it to do. It's kind of serves like a similar purpose to willpower in Mage. It's like if you need to get something done, you can spend edge on it.
Okay.
I think I'll probably go with the rule that basically you can burn a point of edge permanently to not die.
Okay.
Oh.
In that kind of like, oh yeah, the bullet glanced off my Bible or whatever.
Are there any melee weapons that aren't to do with agility? Seems like they all are.
Look. Well, melee weapons is agility is how you hit people.
Ah.
Strength is how you hurt them.
Okay.
So, you could have like 10 points of strength and 2 points of agility, and you'll only ever hit someone once in a blue moon, but you will break their face every time you do.
They might explode, basically.
Yeah, that's like the difference between...
Oh, my money remaining is minus 2,000?
Because you bought gear, but you haven't put any points into it, I guess.
Money. Yeah, that's fine.
That's on the main page, the common page.
So if you want to look at all the adept skills, that's on page 195 of the book. And carries on all the way down. Right, I'm going to make an adept as well, just so I know exactly what that looks like. Yes, adept.
I think, yeah.
And that gives you the extra tab.
What does the survival skill do? Is that like, survivalists, camping
in
sort
the
of stuff?
outside world,
right?
Like, knowing where rocks are.
Knowing what you can eat and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that too. So basically, you see you've got a number of power points, Nash, that you're spending on your adept
which
skills.
tab?
Under adept powers.
Under adept powers, yeah. I can set like power rating, but I can't put it up.
Basically, every point you put into your magic stat gives you another power point.
Into my magic?
So on the common, when you bought adept, you unlock basically, because you're a spell, you use magic now.
Okay.
So basically, if you raise your magic, you get more special nifty powers. Like being able to jump, or having mystic armor, or voice control.
Being able to jump?
Really well. Really well.
Like a ninja, for example.
Great.
That
only costs a quarter of a PowerPoint, so...
So my dodge, I can put that times 2 now.
What have you got?
I spent like a lot of points on shit I probably never need.
Oh, that's right. I think
enemy.
It's far better to make a character that you like. Oh, this looks cool, than trying to min-max everything.
Yeah,
this enemy and contact stuff looks interesting.
The fuck is decompiling?
Wait, are you looking at being a technomancer?
No, it is greyed out. It just sounds weird.
Yeah. So basically, as a normal computer guy, you use like skills like hacking, electronic warfare, computer.
What's cyber combat? Would that be
cyber
useful?
combat is when you are fully immersed in VR.
Right.
That you use basically if you end up getting into a fight in virtual reality.
Jesus.
Which can happen quite often.
It's more common than you'd think.
I know you're breaking into a facility and you notice they've got like a turret at the end of the corridor, so you're like, alright guys, I'll hack into the turret, but then obviously they've probably got like a white hat security hacker on board, so he's going to try and... Whilst they're in like the firefight with the turret shooting at them, you'll be having turns trying to win control over that. And, that sort of stuff.
Things about the weapons, I don't understand some stuff.
That's cool. We're getting really far. So, is everyone... Because we just basically went... I was on... are people putting points into attributes, and then people clicked on all sorts of stuff.
We started spazzing around.
Okay, I have in my common. I selected some positive qualities. I have no negative qualities because that's how I am.
Cool. Well, you might grab some later because I want more points to put into things, and it makes interesting characters. So, what did you grab as your positive qualities? Obviously, you grabbed
adept, double jointed.
Okay.
Guts. And I had low light vision already.
Already because you're an orc. Yeah.
So those are my things. I had luck, but that was costly. It cost like lucky. 20 BP. So.
Cool.
Is everyone else basically done this page or?
You can grab the common page.
Yeah. I know you
guess
all moved on by now. You
can always come back to it. I haven't looked at qualities yet.
Are we going with the contacts and enemies system? Or are you just leaving that?
You will probably want to grab some contacts, but that's basically because they cost quite a low amount of points. You'll be grabbing that basically like when you're like, I've got 10 points to spend at the end of the day.
And
I'll make some like
20 points into New Yen, so I had like 100,000 New Yen just to start out.
You can always do that.
Is adding an enemy a good idea, just for like extra plot
flavor?
Extra plot, and I believe it gives you points.
Yeah, makes sense.
I have no I killed all my enemies.
I have no enemies.
I have no last name. My name is Randolph. That's it.
I'm sure that Jack is more than capable of providing some for you.
What, enemies? Or names?
Yep.
Cool. So for now, it's everyone sort of done here.
On the common page, yeah.
Yeah. So how many points do people have left?
Well, I already put points in a lot of other stuff.
I haven't put contact enemies or
I have 27 points left.
170 left.
Wait,
I've
you
put
have any
some
points
points
left?
in skills.
27 I have
left. Oh Jesus!
Alright. Okay, so you might need to reduce some of that points into.
Or maybe you could give yourself some negative qualities, huh? Maybe you're not so perfect after all.
I mean, as an adept, you're probably not going to be spending much money. So basically, the magical guys.
I could give myself bad luck just for comedy effect.
Don't like having cyber gear in them.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, it fucks up with their like natural rhythms, or if you're a technomancer, basically the extra signal noise coming from within you doesn't exactly help you connect to outside signals.
Can I just ask, is anyone picking first aid? Because I feel like one of us should.
Oh, Jim, just so you know, being a pacifist
like,
is a negative trait. Okay?
In this case, there is a lot of
aid.
violence in the early...
Cool, I have one negative quality, which is bad luck.
Awesome, I'm going to look what that does exactly.
That sounds good for a ninja.
Alright, so
Keep tripping over your own sword and stuff.
massively skilled, but occasionally he fucks up.
Yeah.
Alright, so onto the
I'm
skills.
only human.
Dork.
So, you'll see there's basically, on the far left there's a thing called skill groups, and then in the middle there's a big list of...
Yeah, active skills. I took a few.
So what you can choose to do is basically, skill groups let you buy a bunch of skills cheaper.
Ah.
So for example, if you hover over close combat, it says it gives you points in blades, clubs, and unarmed combat. And basically what it's doing is you're buying 2 and getting 1 free. But at character creation, you can only ever put 4 points into a skill group. Because basically the idea is, well, if you spend time learning a lot of things, you're not going to do any one of those particularly well.
Master of
so
none.
if you wanted to be really good at blades, you couldn't, like if you wanted to have 5 or 6 points in blades, you can't put it into a skill point group.
Well, why can't I find archery and stuff? Which
there is archery there.
Yeah, no, but what skill group is it?
Might not be in one, maybe.
I think it's under athletics. No.
Ah, well, I have 3 points in
special.
athletics, 2 in close combats, 1 in outdoors.
I'm probably going to say
1 in
archery is
sorcery.
probably such a... Because...
I run around with
cool.
slingshots, okay? I already have my whole story set up.
Yeah, obviously in any futuristic setting, someone's going to use a bow rather than a gun. That's a given. But it's not something you get, like, training packages for.
No, I use slingshots, not bows, slingshots. I even set the skill specifically to slingshots.
Do you have like
is there one
special slingshot?
Yeah, if you
like,
put a pointing agility or in archery, you can get the menu, the drop-down menu.
What's the gunnery skill for?
Oh right, you got the.
You don't get that for going in firearms.
Gunnery is for like mounted guns.
Oh right, okay, so that's not really that useful.
It can be for a hacker. It could be quite useful.
Oh,
because you might end up like
hacking
taking over the gun of a tank, and then you're like, shit, how do I actually use this? Oh, I've got gunnery. Good for me.
Exactly.
So yeah, big list of skills there. Put points into what you like. This is probably where you're going to be spending the bulk of your remaining points. For those of you who want cyber gear
I
and
want
stuff,
to be able to pilot an aircraft, of course.
Yeah, you could probably, if you've got a ridiculous amount of cash, you could probably start with a...
Could I have a robot horse?
What? St. Columbia, mate.
It would be far better than the ones in Bioshock Infinite. This horse can run up walls
and knowledge skills.
Will its
fly.
circle be unbroken?
You can have a robot horse, yeah.
Knowledge skills are cool too.
Basically, knowledge skills you get a free amount, depending on how smart you are.
15
and they're basically,
it says now for me.
That's probably because you're quite smart, yeah. So basically you get some free skills of just like, things where you know like, oh, I know very specific things about Arabic.
Don't know what, but I know.
Right. So those are basically free skills you get, because they're not, obviously, sometimes your knowledge of alcohol is going to be really, really useful, but 9 times out of 10 your knowledge of, say, punching someone or hacking is going to be more useful. So basically you get the knowledge skills are free.
Let's see.
Depending on how smart you are already.
I know a lot about security design. because
that's probably quite useful.
Ninja.
Ninja.
Just regular. It's academic.
Yeah. So yeah, if you really wanted to be like a fairly, if you're running low on points, say V, you might just go, okay, I'll grab the cracking package to level 4.
Oh, cracking. That's a good idea. Then again, right, I've put it in electronics. Whoopsie.
But I mean, you probably want both if you're going to be a computer guy. Because basically, cracking is for the illegal stuff. Electronics is for the other stuff. And once you're inside, once you've broken into a system, you'll probably be using electronics to fish for data or that sort of stuff.
Cyber combat, does that mean as in stuff in like the virtual world, or
in the
stuff
virtual
using? Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
That won't affect cybernetic implants then.
Unless you need to dive into your own cybernetic implant because someone's hacked it.
Oh,
that can happen.
Which is a thing that can happen.
We've all been there.
I'll get Fiyenyaa to do it for me.
It's like benefit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you probably run on like a closed system rather
So
than
I'll want
broadcasting
biotech rather than that. Presumably,
biotech is very expensive, but yeah, it does have benefits like can't be hacked. It doesn't fuck with your essence so much. I mean, for someone to hack you, it's very hard.
So
because basically your arm isn't broadcasting. It's it's not like on an open network that anyone can see. It's probably wired to like your central computer that you've got like on your hip.
So the biotech won't actually affect like how good I am at using my implants and stuff like that.
Biotech is basically a different type of implant. Lots of them do similar things, but for example, you can't have a grappling hook bioarm because where do you? That's just like an arm, like a bioarm is just like an arm that's been grown with extra like muscle tissue laced in, that sort of stuff.
Like
whereas if you replace your arm with a cyber arm, you can then use like the forearm compartment to put a grappling hook in it.
Yeah, it'd be well Deus Ex.
Yeah.
I've got like 38 points remaining. Do you reckon that's enough to stop spending on skills?
Yeah, that sounds about right to basically get you some gear, and then you can go back and maybe grab some positive and negative qualities.
Should we be getting a lifestyle?
It is handy.
Right.
But a lot of time, unless you basically want to go, I want to be like a rich, like, ooh, I swan around all of the nice clubs and stuff.
Have a crime for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Not doing anything with cyberware or bioware.
I'll give myself a low.
Or what can I get?
You probably, instead of grabbing bioware and stuff, cyberware and stuff, you're probably going to be, so for example, Jim's going to be upgrading his strength by getting like a cyber arm. You upgrade your strength by grabbing the extra strength power from your like adept set of powers.
Okay, yeah. Now, as adept powers at the moment, I have Killing Hands, Improved Ability Combat, Dodge, Great Leap, and Rapid Healing.
Cool. And is that all of your power points spent?
Yeah, no.
No. Okay, so you've got some more to...
I'm still looking, because I have like 0.3125 remaining.
What?
Yes.
Any leftover
Jack, is there a skill that involves armor, or is that just like used and there's no skill governing it?
The skill for repairing and building armor.
Right.
Armor, but not
actually wearing it.
Yeah. Basically, most armor has penalties and bonuses, like it's heavy armor or just costs
What does the hardware active skill refer to?
What tabs is this on? Sorry.
On skills, and then there's an active skill hardware.
God damn it! I can't find slingshots
that's
in the weapons menu.
Sorry, yeah, that.
It's probably exotic ranged weapon.
That's for like building hardware.
Okay.
Like actually, putting like devices and stuff together.
So there aren't really any skills directly related to the use of use of implants. Then that's more a gear thing than a skill thing.
Yeah, I mean, hardware will let you maintain your own implants and stuff. And there is... Oh, Bailey's. I was like, if you've got like a cyber sword in your arm, whatever, obviously blades that improves that. Does whatever the thing is meant to do, you grab the skill, rather than you have I improve all my cyber gear. Anyway, sorry, weapons for Nash, because that's what you're wanting to...
I was looking for...
I can just design one, if...
Can I put like an under-barrel shotgun on my bow?
What? There's no barrel for it to be under, you maniac.
I heard it like, well, I've taken a bow for stealth. And now attached a shotgun to it.
Really especially loud one.
No, I have a katana, a knife, and a bow with rating 8. Like the highest rating. Because I can afford it.
Because you put all your points into it.
You're a rich bastard.
I'm a rich bastard.
It's like
have you given yourself a lifestyle, Nash?
Yeah, I did.
Is it rich
one
bastard?
was it? Yeah, the rich bastard option.
No, it's low.
Oh, what?
I make my money
doing...
Toys. No, I make my money killing people.
You're an assassin.
I'm an assassin-ish thing.
Cool.
Add accessory? Oh, no accessories can be added to this weapon.
Ah!
Urban Explorer jumpsuit. That sounds kind of hilarious.
But
I'm
going to have dinner
you
real
might
fast,
want to reduce...
so I'm gonna stop this recording at